Here we are again for the second time this season. We are treated to the lowest scoring offense in the league, this week dressed as the Las Vegas Raiders, taking on the number one scoring defense, the Houston Texans, who also happen to be on a 6-game win streak.
How about that? Bang, 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 just like that to get things going here in Houston.
Part of me wants to go, the team with the number one defense has beat the team with the worst scoring offense 17 straight times when they've met this late into the year, and call it there so we can get out of here after only seeing 15 ads on YouTube.
To throw, and for the end zone, intercepted. It's Kamari Lassiter.
I know in theory it's all part of how I get paid, but sheesh, man, I don't have premium either, so I get it. The Raiders are not only a 2-win team, but they were just shut out last week.
Holds the Raiders to 72 yards. That's the fewest yards by the Raiders in a game since 1961.
Man, that Raiders-Giants Week 17 tilt could be something special. Vegas's rush attack has been non-existent most games, and without Geno Smith back there last week, they threw for a net 29 yards because Kenny Pickett took 4 sacks for 35 yards and only mustered 64 when upright. A measly 2.6 yards per attempt, no TDs, 1 pick. I think we can blame Geno for all that, though.
The all-pro linebacker picks off Pickett. And that's how the second half begins for the Raiders offense.
It is also Geno's fault I gained a few pounds this holiday season, for what it's worth. Houston hasn't allowed anyone to hit 21 points in their last 5 straight. Held another also ran the Arizona Cardinals to 20 points.
That is Houston Texans defense. Danico Autry with the big-time play.
Raiders have taken the most sacks in the league at 54. Texans have 2 guys in the top 10 in sacks. Will Anderson with 10.5. Daniil hunted down his 12th last week, sits in 5th, but only 1 out of 2nd.
This dude in his 11th year he doesn't slow down.
Their secondary has played the pass at elite levels all year. They did give up 3 TDs to Jacoby Brissett last week, though, 249 yards, 134 of those to Trey McBride, 2 scores.
Brissett will have a moment, throws, touchdown, Trey McBride.
That's noteworthy because Vegas has Brock Bowers. They just need someone that knows how to get him the ball. And it's also worth noting, this is the second time Houston has faced the 32nd ranked scoring offense this year. Week 11, Tennessee was bottom of the barrel, and Houston only won the game 16-13. Texans offense has struggled to come up with digits in a lot of their games, fewer than 24 in 4 of their last 5, for example. The one exception, though, last week when they hung up 40 points over the chimney.
When things are going right, they're going right.
C.J. Stroud enters off his second best outing of 2025, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 260 yards, 22 of 29 passing for a 137 rating.
Stroud well protected, and there's Nico Collins, and Nico Collins will glide into the end zone, an opening drive Texan touchdown.
Stroud had put up sub-90 rate games his previous 3 straight. He only took 1 sack last week, had taken 2 to 3 his previous 3. Max Crosby, the primary concern on this front, he picked up his 10th sack of 2025 last week, has a bag in 3 straight games.
He's an elite player regardless of position in the league.
That was the Raiders' only sack of Jalen Hurts, though. Didn't give up a lot of yards to him, but he went 12 of 15 against them, gave up 3 touchdowns to him, didn't pick him off. Over 11 yards per attempt allowed for a Mondo 154 rating allowed. Vegas gave up 31 points when the day was over.
I don't think it could have gone any better today for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Raiders secondary gave up 41 yards and a TD to A.J. Brown, 50 yards to Devontae Smith. Nico Collins, on the same skill level as those blokes, led the team with 85 yards versus Arizona, scored twice.
End zone, touchdown, Nico Collins.
Nico cracked 1,000 for the year with that effort. Tight end Dalton Schultz led the team in targets versus the Birds, caught 8 of his 9 for 76 yards and a TD.
Throws on the move, touchdown Texans. Dalton Schultz.
He could string a couple of good games together, being the Raiders also gave up 70 yards and 2 touchdowns to Dallas Goedert. Their defense did at least play Saquon Barkley tough, held him to 3.5 a carry. Woody Marks left last week's game hurt. In stepped Jawar Jordan. First game in the Bigs, broke away for a 50-yard run as part of a 101-yard game. What a way to debut.
Hit across midfield. Jawar Jordan inside the 20. All the way down near the 16 of Arizona.
Driving into the tight end, then a nice cutback by Jordan, and the rest is history.
Texans up 8-5 over the Raiders overall, beat them the first 3 straight games they ever met.
Houston entered their Week 4 matchup against the Raiders on a high. And with David Carr leading 5 scoring drives, that's exactly where they stayed.
On 3rd and 6, Carr under center, gets the snap, backs up in the pocket, looking left, now scrambles to his left, throws over the middle, pop Johnson at the 5, he's in, touchdown Texans!
Filling in for an injured Dominic Davis, running back Jonathan Wells ran for a career-high 105 yards and a touchdown.
Hand off Wells, right side, powering his way toward the goal line, he's in, touchdown Texans!
Led by defensive coordinator Vic Fangio, the Texans tied a team record, forcing 5 turnovers. In 9 tries, Houston had never won back-to-back games, but a series of big plays from the Texans' pass defense put this one in the record books.
The throw under pressure, fires, intercepted! Dante Robinson with his first career pick! Collins to throw. Passing left side downfield. Robinson with the pick at the 5-yard line. His second pick of the game. Collins under center. Back to throw. Airs it out left side of the end zone. Intercepted. Petey Fagans.
This is the first of his career. What a big time to get it.
I know you guys feel the same way I do. I'm tired of hearing we can't win 2 in a row. Well, we don't have to hear that anymore. We hung in there. We went out and made the plays. How about those turnovers by the defense? We can win. Here we go. Pull it in. Texan pride. 1, 2, 3. Texan pride. Oh, come on.